You know, it seems to me that throughout your long, very diverse career, that the people who've asked you to be on their team, whether it's a newspaper, a political figure, an institution for the arts, an academic institution, politics, broadcasting, art, or academia, they've chosen very wisely, because however your job title is characterized, it must always be followed with a slash, which is to say journalist, historian, political advisor, historian, press secretary, historian, director of public affairs, historian. You have, wherever you've been, you've added perspective and context to decisions, agendas, and policies throughout the years, throughout the institutions of New York, through the political campaigns of New York and the nation, and I think that we're all the better for it. In your remarkably beautiful book, The Civil War in 50 Objects, which was written under the auspices of the New York Historical Society, another fine institution with which you have long established ties, you faced a daunting task of selecting 50 representative objects from literally thousands, a collection that encompasses thousands. I find it so interesting that the very first object you chose to depict is a set of slave shackles for a child. Why'd you pick that?
Because, well, two reasons. One, the obvious reason is that chronologically it was right because it predated the Civil War. Second of all, what could more movingly attest to the cruelty, the inhumanity of the institution that provoked the resistance and the war? The only thing I was worried about is that, if you do a book where every page is 5 by 7, every object looks the same size. That's the one problem with doing a book like that. So the manacles, which are tiny, are the same size as the giant poster for the election that is reduced to the size. That's why, whether it's the Met or the New York Historical Society or Franklin D. Roosevelt's home in New York City, which was the birthplace of the New Deal, there's nothing like seeing the original object or place in whether it's you're researching or appreciating or care about history, as I know everyone here does, and especially for the younger people who are so convinced that virtual reality is as powerful as reality. There is something you get from the confrontation with the original work that is indescribable and irreplaceable, and I just hope in this age when we are revisiting what museums and those cultural institutions mean, that we won't abandon that ability to confront the objects.
On behalf of the Archives Partnership Trust Board and stewards, and our premier and supporting sponsors, we would like to thank you for being being the center of this memorable evening. And I am proud and honored to present you with this distinguished 2017 Empire State Archives and History Award. Congratulations.
You want to hold it with me?
Well done, Charlie.